We're 6 weeks into the 2025 NFL season, and the MVP race has never been more wide open. I'm FTW NFL writer Christian Yandere. He is a Rhode Island scumbag, Mike Boyajian. And here we have gathered 6 suspects to be the 2025 NFL MVP. Let's break them down real quick. Number 1 on the list, Lions quarterback Jared Goff. 13-1 touchdown interception ratio over the last 5 weeks after that let down in Green Bay has the Lions looking like a Super Bowl contender once more, firing, and I believe it's a technical term, absolute piss missiles downfield. Next man up, Josh Allen, of course. Huge week 1 comeback, has dialed it back since then against some underwhelming opponents. And he has an underwhelming receiving core that has him throwing deep less often than ever, but he still remains very much Josh Allen. Next man up, Patrick Mahomes. Again, he's Patrick Mahomes. He's a guy who's turned Tyquan Thornton into a legitimate downfield threat. And after a rough start, just upended those Jared Goff Lions and has the Chiefs looking like they'd be able to take advantage of a disheveled AFC. Of course, he'd have to get by Drake Maye, New England Patriots, second-year quarterback, bombing the ball downfield, 3 deep ball touchdown passes last week alone, 3rd in the NFL in success rate, doing all the little things it takes to win. On the other side of the NFL, 2 contenders in the NFC making the most out of their big 2024, sustaining that momentum. Of course, we're talking about Sam Darnold, who's turned Jackson Smith-Njigba into a first-team All-Pro candidate and has the Seahawks offense flying despite its lack of running game. And, well, the league leader has that dog in him, Baker Mayfield of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 4 comeback wins to start the season already. Been pretty much unstoppable. So, Yash, give me your top 3 in the MVP race for 2025.
All right, my top 3. I'm going with some fresh faces here. No Josh Allen's in my voting, simply due to the fact that he couldn't beat somebody who is in my top 3. And Pat Mahomes, I'm not voting for a guy who is right now has his team at 3-3. So let's see. Number 3, I'm going to go with Sam Darnold. I really like what he has going on in Seattle. And like you said, he's unlocked Jackson Smith-Njigba. And it seems like he was just handpicked to run that offense. So he looks great. The offense looks great, especially. And I'm going to say he's my number 3. My number 2, somewhat of a homer take, but how can I not say this? Drake Maye, man. May has, once again, he is transforming this offense into something we were wishing for, basically since the departure of Tom Brady. He's given some newfound hope that this team is actually on the up and could be a potential playoff perennial threat once again. And my number 1 right now would be the man, the myth, the legend. That would be Baker Mayfield down in Tampa Bay. I mean, he's basically playing with next to nothing right now in terms of weapons. That team is injury riddled, like you wouldn't believe. Yeah. And he just keeps winning with them. So, I mean, I think that would be the definition of an MVP is what he is doing with what he's got available to him at the time. So Darnold, then we're going May, and then Baker. 3, 2, 1 in that order.
Well, I got the same 3 guys, but in a different order. I'm going to tamp down my homer takes just enough to slide Drake Maye in at number 3. This is a guy who before we were talking about that success rate. He makes life easier by getting the Patriots into 3rd and manageable situations because he can escape pressure. He makes good decisions downfield. And when it's not there, he checks it down or he just ditches it and lives to play another down. We saw that throughout the Week 5 upset win in Buffalo. But more importantly, he's a guy who can create space with his legs and make the big throws downfield. He has been massively successful despite his receiving core being Stephon Diggs and Kayshon Boutte, Pop Douglas, Hunter Henry. This is a guy who's doing more with less, and it's paying off in a huge way for a depleted Patriots team. Next man up, my number 2, Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold goes from playing with Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, and everyone's like, oh, man, it's going to be a step back in Seattle. No, wrong, you stupid idiots. No, he's awesome. He's got Jackson Smith and Jigba looking like the best wideout in the NFL right now. He's getting it done, even though Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet aren't offering too much value on the ground. And he's making a guy like A.J. Barner a first down threat. This has been remarkable stuff from Sam Darnold, who is not just standing in the pocket and slinging darts downfield, but absolutely creating space with his legs in a kind of baffling way that makes you figure, what the hell were the Jets thinking with this guy?
Right.
Finally, we're on the same page with number one.
Yeah.
Mayfield. Again, this is a guy who just has it. He is just finding space. He's turning nothing into something. Yash, 5 years, 5 different offensive coordinators. This guy is coming up with a new scheme almost every year. He's got to learn new things. And 3 years ago, he was the NFL's worst quarterback. What is he now? He's the guy who's going to win the MVP. And now I know it's not a narrative award, even if sometimes it kind of is. No NFL quarterback has a better narrative than Baker Mayfield, from unwanted to undeniable.
Right.